This teen made it in time to give his veteran grandpa one last hug. Grandpa James is a Vietnam veteran, and his 18-year-old grandson Deshaun followed in his footsteps, joining the military himself. But Grandpa James had been fighting cancer, and doctors said he didn't have much time left. So the day Deshaun graduated from Navy boot camp, he came home to see his grandpa one last time.
Look who's here! Look who's here! Oh, there you see him? Look at your boy. Oh.
And although the 75-year-old could barely sit up, he found the strength to stand and show his grandson how proud he was of him. This grandpa is about to meet the little one, turning him into a great grandpa. And there's a big surprise waiting for him too. Mom Kaylee is super close with 96-year-old Grandpa Ray. So when she found out she was having a baby boy, she thought it'd be special for part of his name to be the same as her grandpa's. And no one had any idea what Decker Ray's name was until he was born.
Look at his name.
Decker Ray. Decker Ray. Oh, how wonderful. How wonderful.
You know who he's named after?
Yeah, I said, no, I'm thrilled. Love you.
Love you.
And Kaylee told us she's at peace knowing her son will always share a piece of the most influential man of her life. This mom has no idea someone special is sitting right next to her. Her son Landon is a corporal in the Marines, and he secretly came home for a cousin's wedding. But Trina had no idea.
You can sit there. Sit right there. Sit right there.
He left her speechless, and she really did find the best seat in the house. This health scan turned into some unexpected news. Crystal found out she was pregnant at the perfect time when her sister Rachel was in sonography school.
At the time, I was considering just doing like a basic onesie and like putting it in a bag for them because I have another sister too, just to announce my pregnancy. But I was like, you know what? She can actually scan me during school or, in her classroom. And I was like, that might be a good idea because I've never heard of that being done before.
So I had to ask my teacher like, hey, my sister's coming. She's having some problems with her menstrual cycle. Can she come in and I can just do a practice scan on her?
And when she started the scan, she started thinking to herself,
oh my gosh, that's a freaking fetus, a yolk sac. She's totally pregnant. Like, how am I going to tell her? I was scared. I was like, does she even know she's pregnant? How am I going to tell her? Like, I don't even know.
What?
As an ultrasound tech, you're supposed to put on a really good poker face, because you don't want the patient to, to read it in your face if you're finding out some good news or bad news.
Where? Right there. What was that?
Stop laughing. I need to see if it's what I think I'm seeing. During that scan, I think you can tell that my poker face was not in game at all. I was freaking out and excited at the same time. Did you take a pregnancy test? Surprise, I'm pregnant. Liar! Are you? Oh my God. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I think this is what I'm seeing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the best surprise of my whole life. I was like, dang, this is crazy. I just couldn't believe it. It was like one of the best surprises. Like, nothing can top it. Like, even my husband's proposal, nothing tops it. Like, just the way she planning and coordinating everything, it was just like perfect.
I wanted to surprise you. Oh, you did.
What I really wanted to say during that time that she was scanning was, I got you. Like, and now that I got her, like, she's been the greatest aunt and biggest sister ever.
And Rachel loves finally being Aunt Rachel to baby Bo.
It's just something that you imagined and dreamed of, but seeing it in reality just hits different.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Stacey, I want to see now.
This girl just spotted some familiar faces at her school's grandparents' day. Josephine is super close with Grandma Barbara and Grandpa Jerome, who live in upstate New York. Josephine lives 4 hours away in South Jersey, so she was worried she'd be the only one without her grandparents at the event. But they weren't going to let an 8-hour round trip stop them. They secretly planned a surprise, hit the road, and arrived just in time.
Go back, sweetie.
Are you surprised? All the work, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. That was such a good surprise.
Her mom Brianna told us both sets of grandparents have been there for every moment of her life, big and small, and her daughter's smile said it all. She can't believe who it is. Fifi and Juju were neighbors for more than half of their life. But when Fifi moved across the city and changed schools, they found it tough not seeing each other daily. Even though it had only been 5 weeks, it felt like a lifetime for them. So their moms arranged a huge surprise.
Oh my god!
Their moms told us, despite the distance, their bond is as strong as ever.
We pretty much saved her life by giving her, something new to love and not just giving up on her.
Julia was looking for a cat when one in particular on the euthanasia list caught her eye.
Something resonated with me when we saw her at the shelter. They told us about her history being pregnant, and she's very young. She just was very malnourished from being on the street, and so her babies didn't survive, and that really touched my heart. But they told us that she had some severe behavioral problems and that she wasn't technically adoptable. But I said, is there any way we can adopt her anyways?
And she took Callie home with her that very day.
And she was actually pretty sweet the first few days. And then she started getting more and more aggressive.
She even thought about the possibility of taking her back, but knew she couldn't give up on her. And when Julia found out she was pregnant, everything changed.
And she started actually cuddling with me, and she never cuddled before. She would make biscuits on my stomach, and she would purr. And when I had my baby, she immediately just wanted to be with the baby.
Julia told us it was all because Callie got the second chance she deserved.
She changed so much, but she was labeled as this bad thing. And now she's probably the sweetest cat to ever exist. She's very patient. She knows that my daughter is a baby and a toddler. Oh, you're a baby, I love you, and I'm never gonna hurt you even if you pull my tail. My daughter does like to pull her tail, and she actually enjoys it, but if I were to pull her tail, she'd probably turn around and bite me.
And even 2 years later, Callie still likes to put little Emma to bed and wake her up in the morning.
It's very touching to the heart seeing her play with my daughter and seeing her comfort my daughter. I cried a little bit the first time that we saw her doing that. I was just I can't believe we pretty much saved her life by giving her something new to love and not just giving up on her. I feel animals have feelings just like us. I think she was grieving her kittens that she had lost, and she was probably very confused. Even when humans lose a baby, especially like miscarriages or like stillbirths, it's very hard. And there's really no pain that compares to losing like your child. And she lost her children when she lost her kittens.
Hi!
Aw, so sweet.
And then my daughter being born really helped her heal in the fact that she ended up getting like her rainbow baby, like her baby after loss. And I think my daughter just healed her in that way.
Today we have a really special surprise for you since it's the month of the military child.
Military dad Keith was deployed with the National Guard for almost a year, and his family really missed him. So when he finally came home during month of the military child, 14-year-old Allie and 10-year-old Morgan just thought their school was recognizing them for being military children and had no idea something else was gonna happen too.
How are you?
We have one more special guest that wanted to come get a photo with you.
Their mom Erica told us it was so emotional to see their faces light up when they saw him, and it really made her heart melt.
Alright, you guys want to see a trick?
Alex and Julia are high school sweethearts, and Alex is ready to take the next step. He's a professional dog trainer. So with the help of their furry friends and a custom ring box, he's about to pull off his best trick yet.
Alright, you guys want to see a trick? Sit. Please. Drop. I have been lucky enough for the last 11 years to be with the most amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, creative, artistic woman, and I would feel so honored if you would spend the rest of your life.
They told us their dogs are basically their children, so having them be such a big part of their proposal is something they'll never forget. He waited half a year for this news. When Holly and Ariel first met Kiko at his Philippines orphanage, he immediately called them mom and dad. And after coming to a new home in the US with them, he couldn't wait to make the adoption official. So when they found out about their court date 6 months later, they surprised 12-year-old Kiko with this.
To the court?
We got it! We got the consent!
So off they went to court for some more excitement and a few tears of joy, too.
To the boy who bravely waited 12 years for a family. The boy who met complete strangers, took their hands and called them mom and dad. I want you to know that we aren't the perfect family, but we are yours and you are ours. And today your long wait for a family is officially over. Here's to forever.
Township Police Department would like to recognize your devotion to this community and your dedication to this police department.
It's been 27 years, and today Scott is retiring as chief of police. And his wife Lisa, a dispatcher who's been working with him her entire career, is doing his final call out, something not often done for officers in their department.
Throughout your career, you have received many awards, and even becoming Officer of the Year in 2012. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your timeless work ethic and professionalism. You have been an inspiration to everyone and has had the pleasure of serving with you. Please accept our overwhelming gratitude and appreciation for all of your hard work in these 27 years.
Scott's reaction was very, very surprising to me because this man doesn't cry. So I know I held back because I had made bets like, okay, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna be professional. I'm not gonna shed any tears. I lost it.
You have a long, distinguished career, and I am honored and so proud to be your wife. You will never be late to work again because of me. Making you stop at Dunkin' Donuts to get me coffee.
I think when it really hit home is when she made it very personal. The time that we've had together, the times and the memories that we've shared together as a married couple going through the police department, I mean, it's a lot closer. It's made, our marriage is a lot stronger because of it. So I think it's actually a blessing in disguise.
Oh, how I will miss driving into work with you and being your ride and die passenger. You are always willing to help others and never expected anything in return. I am so grateful you made it home safely after each shift for not only myself, but for our children, Michaela, Alyssa, Sheena, Keegan, and little Michaela. I never imagined this day would ever come, and I would be giving your last radio call out, even though we've talked every day and counted down for the past year. I am so excited to begin this new journey with you, even though I slept at work for 11 more long months. Congratulations on a well-deserved retirement, and you're now doing nothing new career. You have safely reached the end of your watch, and you are now out of service at the Redford Township Police Department.
I was so overtaken because I could not believe how emotional he actually got.
100 copies. Thank you. Signing off.
Just like warmed my heart. I'm like, oh, this was such a good day. Not that I made him cry or anything, but